Hi, Ron. Hi, Judith.
Hi, Frank.
Hi, Jenny. Haven't seen you in quite a while.
No, I was here last week, but you were away
But
last
I
week.
wasn't. Hi, Rana.
Hi, how you doing?
Very good.
Where are you?
I am visiting a friend who is renting a house in Sea Ranch, California, which is north of San Francisco on the coast. It's
Oh,
absolutely
nice.
beautiful community, and he normally lives in Palm Springs. I think you may remember I visited him a couple of times in Palm Springs last winter.
Uh-huh.
And so now I'm visiting in Sea Ranch for the weekend. We had a wonderful trip to Switzerland for 10 days. And that's why I was not here the last 2 weeks.
Well, we had a good time as best we could.
I'm sure you had a grand time. Hi, Cindy.
Hi, Frank. There we go. Get it started.
There you go.
Yeah, I was running around closing all the windows. There's a lot of smoke here today, and so it's really bad.
Oh, no.
Mhm.
How's the weather? Are you being steamed?
It's about 78 or something.
So
And
warm for you, but
warm for us, but it's not bad. But it was down like 48 last night. So the house was really cold. And so I did have the windows open, but then it's like they say the air quality is 147 or something. There's like ash everywhere. It's just, yeah.
It's really bad.
Oh, no.
So it's
Hi,
like
Sitka.
I'm coughing and sneezing and all sorts of goo. And it's like, okay, it's just,
Have you got fires nearby then? Is that what's causing the smoke?
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm getting the smoke from the Hemet fire.
Ooh.
Ugh.
we've just had literal buildings on fire.
Oh, buildings. Oh, that
Two
doesn't
major
sound
like city block wide fires in Bakersfield this week.
oh gosh. Ugh.
Oh, that's awful.
Hi,
Um,
Sumner.
oh, hi,
Hi,
Summer.
welcome home. Or
Thank you.
is it home?
No,
Like it.
It looks like Europe.
no, I'm back in California. I'm in Sea Ranch, California.
Oh, okay.
It's a community up the coast from San Francisco, about 100 miles.
Mhm.
Oh, okay. Could have been
So how-
Sweden, could be Norway for me. I don't know.
How's the weather where you are, Frank?
It's 63 degrees
You
and
know
Oh,
what, Frank?
wow.
That's
overcast.
That's rude.
It's rude.
Yeah,
Oh,
our
good.
air conditioning in San Francisco is not operating. It's broken. So when it went to
Ouch.
90 degrees last Tuesday, we were pretty sweltering.
Yeah.
But it only lasts 3 days.
Yes.
Uh,
Actually, in San Francisco, it was only one day, and then it went
Oh.
down to 75 after that. So we didn't have it as bad as most of you.
it's overcast and blustery here today, but also 98 degrees,
Hmm.
which is like living in a food dehydrator. Um, and I was telling Judith when I came in, because I looked at my watch and I was like, oh, it's only 36 degrees, which is like 98 something, which to me is very pleasant. Like, thank goodness.
Yes.
Like, it
I heard
literally
you say it
feels
went to
refreshing.
what, 100 and, what'd you say it
16.
went to last week?
116.
116.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
47 degrees centigrade for those of you following along at home,
Mm,
which sounds like
Wow.
a sick joke.
mhm.
Um,
That does. It sounds awful. Oh,
yeah, that was not great.
Yeah, it's
But
been-
like, luckily, it's always hot here, so our infrastructure supports the demand in electricity. Not every house, the old houses like downtown often don't have central air. Like it was that cold here in the 30s when these houses were built. I don't know.
Yeah, that
But
doesn't even make sense. Yeah.
yeah, I don't know. like the old Bakersfield neighborhoods, like in the center of Bakersfield, often, well, they didn't have central air, and some people have retrofitted it in, but like public places, but still 116.
Mm.
Like I'm just waiting for someone to say the words, at least it's a dry heat, so I could powder them. Just like,
too.
I almost said it.
don't say it. At 116 degrees, it has stopped mattering. In fact, a little humidity would be good because your lips don't split and you don't get a bloody nose and your eyes feel like sandpaper and you're just becoming like one of those mummies they find in the sand.
All right.
Like,
Quite
this
an
ancient
image.
man must have been visiting a parking lot in his hometown when he was coming and was preserved by the heat and dryness.
Wow.
So, but I have deepest sympathy for those of you who live in places where you got the heat wave and no air conditioning. That's
Thank you very
Hey.
much.
it's probably the coolest summer you'll have for the rest of your life.
That's unfortunately true.
So you'll look back on the summer of 2022 and say, ah, remember those days?
Yeah, that's true. But this is the hottest one that I can remember in forever.
Yeah. I mean, it's gotten up to like 115 before for like split seconds, or since I've been tracking the temperature in Celsius, like it's never gotten higher than 45.
Mhm.
So did you have a record?
I don't know. I don't watch the local news for personal reasons. They might say something that horrifies me, including whether or not there was a broken record. I don't know.
Yeah.
I did see a report, and I think Bakersfield was on the report. Something like 8 towns in California had all-time record highs.
Yeah. I'm a native Bakersfielder, and it gets hot, but that was exceptional. But you tell me it's going to be 113, and I'll go, yeah, that sounds that. Yeah, I believe it. But 116, that's just too much. Oh,
How's everybody else doing?
Great.
Doing very good. Thank you.
good.
I went to my favorite macaron bakery today.
Yeah,
I just
And so you
love the
got some
You
special-
eat them all at
special-
once.
yeah. That's interesting. As a loan word, we borrowed twice to mean 2 different types of cookies made in similar ways.
Oh, yeah?
It's different, 2 different cookies. I thought I only know of one kind.
The macaroon and the macaron.
Ah,
Oh.
lucky.
So it's a different thing.
Like a
And then there's
macaroon.
also macaroni.
Yeah,
If you were served that, a
yeah,
coconut
the
macaron,
macaroon is very different.
it's
very-
similar. It's an egg-based and hard nut cookie that,
Very dense, very heavy.
well, if you ate more of the macaron batter, it would be very heavy. It's almond and meringue. And
Yeah, but
And-
it's very light and fluffy.
because they're small. Macaroon
yeah,
is
yeah.
coconut
Eat a
and meringue.
bunch. Eat a
Same
bunch.
That's why you have 6.
Yeah. But it's just like I'm generally in the habit of calling what people call macaron now just macaroons because I don't have room for another loan word. And you'll know which one I mean when I hold up the one I have.
Yeah.
Like these are by Manischewitz, and these are $7 each.
Yeah.
But they're
Well-
both macaroons. Like,
But I make them, but they're not in the summer. It's too
humid.
humid. It would never work in Massachusetts.
Well, it's always macaroon weather here.
yes, it is.
Meringues
You
will
don't
be
even have to turn on the oven.
At least it's a dry heat.
Just put it out on the sidewalk, right?
Yeah.
Let
Put
it
them out back.
cook.
Yeah.
I once left a half-cooked plate of them on the dash of my car, and they came back burned. That didn't happen. But your gummy bears will melt.
Oh, I'm sure.
Everyone
And the
has
dashboard.
at one point had like a sack of gummy worms turn into the inside of a sack of large gelatin candy.
You eat it with a knife and a fork.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, I just peel out and chew on it to take up my frustrations. Like a teething.
Okay. When everybody was a kid, did anybody else try to fry an egg on the sidewalk?
You can absolutely do that here. Or the whites will cook.
I did it in Texas.
Yeah.
Did it work?
The
Oh, yeah.
whites cook, and
Whites
I mean, I always eat eggs with dippy
Yeah.
centers anyway, so it was weird.
Yeah. Here you can do that, but they can still be inside the chicken.
The
Oh,
things that Ron says.
God love
Hi,
you. All my
Denise.
yarn
I
came.
see you sneaked in here. Hi, Denise.
Hi, Frank. How was your holiday?
It was absolutely wonderful.
Look, he's on another one.
Yes. I went home. I stayed home a few days and then I came up here for the weekend. I'm in Northern California, north of San Francisco, about 100 miles in Sea
That's
Ranch.
what you do when you retire.
That's right.
Mhm.
You work hard all your life so that you can travel when you're retired.
That's right.
Rest and relax.
How was the trip?
It was very interesting. It was scientific oriented, and we visited the CERN
Oh,
Hadron
cool.
Collider. Though of course you can't actually go into the collider or you'd die.
Did they
But,
give you your own
we saw
hatch on
lots of displays showing what it was like and models of it, and we had lectures on particle physics, and it was quite interesting.
Mm.
Oh, do you have your yarn store photos to share with everyone? I liked that. Are they on this
Well,
device?
as a matter of fact, I do.
Oh, good.
Let's see. There was a department store next to our hotel in Zurich
Wow.
that had everything, and there was a yarn section, and I had to take pictures of the yarn racks. I can find them here.
Bated breath. Show us the yarn.
Ah. Now Zoom, yes. Okay, here we go.
Drum roll.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my! You're kidding.
This was in a department store that sold, everything, underwear, kitchenware, even had a food cafeteria.
Oh my
Wow.
goodness.
And this is wool?
Yeah, long yarn.
Wow.
And that was
Wow.
one wall.
I have
This
some
was
of
the
that.
other
It's
wall.
beautiful yarn.
This was
Oh.
almost all stock yarn.
Oh,
Those people really knit.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
yeah.
It's-
Serious knitting.
Yeah.
Wow.
so,
Did you bring some home with you?
Yes, I did.
Oh,
I got one ball of sock yarn.
Who could resist?
Self-striping
Let's go outside.
sock yarn.
Oh,
neat.
nice.
Nice.
you get, who we are as people. Particle physics. That is very interesting. Whoa!
Oh, look at the wall of yarn.
I mean,
What kind of yarn is it? What brand is it?
What is this?
What brand is it? Yeah.
It's Summer Volla. SOMER WOLLE. Sounds
can you hold
German.
up the label again?
Summerwool.
Sommerwool. Is that what a subline's upon line?
Oh, cool.
Neat.
It's the Marathon Gold Edition.
Oh, my. Oh, God.
Very nice.
The size of that.
Yeah, I figured I could get a pair of socks out of one ball.
Oh, yeah. You should for the price. I'm sure
And-
that costs you some money.
Christmas
finished-
socks.
I finished one sock
Oh, that's cute.
Oh,
All right.
and
I love the colors.
I am almost done with the second one. I'm starting the toe.
Oh,
Love that.
So
That's
Hey.
great
that's what I
stuff.
did on my trip.
Nice.
hmm.
So next month, we're going on, my sister and I are going on a cruise, and we're going to be a day in Amsterdam, and I'm hoping to go to Stephen and Penelope's.
Oh, yes.
Oh,
ooh,
lovely.
that'd be wonderful.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
then we start off in Norway, and we're going to go to some place where they do the yarn, on a tour. So I'm excited for that too.
They
Oh,
say bring an empty suitcase to Norway because the
That's right. Bring back all the yarn you're gonna buy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So hopefully I'll get something.
Yeah.
an exciting time with the knit-along coming up.
Yeah.
And if anything else, or if nothing else, you can be sure that you'll bring home just scads of hadrons.
What's that?
Because he went to the Hadron Collider. You can't get away from the thing.
That's right. Back to particle physics.
Right.
It is.
He brought home an unimaginable number of hadrons.
Yes. And I learned that we are all experiencing muons going through our body constantly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Isn't that
No.
Quarks
There
and
we go.
muons.
amazing?
Yeah.
Isn't that amazing? So
Ah,
Hi,
I'm gonna have
Walter. I didn't
nightmares
get to
about
say hi to
Hello.
you. Nice to see you.
I've been busy every weekend. It seems like I've had a party every weekend.
Well, I haven't been here for 2 weeks also.
Yeah.
So was
I
in
mean,
Switzerland.
every time I turned around, someone invited me somewhere. So
Well, that's nice.
yeah.
That's good.
How is it, Ron? How hot is it in California?
You know, we've been over it, and as a consensus, all of the Californians here agree very.
Yeah, I mean, that's terrible.
All of us are having too much heat for what we're used to, including,
Yeah,
yeah, it's too much.
and we don't have any, we have no water either.
No.
No water.
Well, it
California's
hasn't
actually in a
rained
drought.
here in so long. We're all on drought alerts.
Oh,
Yes. I'm ready for rock gardens to become the new norm. Tim said he's ready for rock gardens, if you, in case you heard.
Yeah.
Well, I was thinking of replacing my entire lawn with plugs of creeping thyme
Yeah.
rather than grass.
Ah, very nice.
Drought
It
hardy
does
and
better
everything.
here. I think it's very pretty. I'm not allergic to it.
that's a plus.
Yeah,
All my yarn came, Ron.
good. So
So
you're
excited.
pleased to know that Cindy also ordered a big bag of Andiamo instead of Andiamo Light.
Oh,
So
Light.
you did the same thing
So
I
if
did,
you've-
Cindy.
if you've looked at the Ravelry thing for Frank's page for the weekly meetings, there is a public service announcement that says, I did it just a few minutes ago, that says the Jody Long yarn that we were talking about is Andiamo Light. That's the one you want.
I did the same thing, Cindy.
Yeah,
I got an emergency phone call from Ron. I don't think this is what you meant to do.
Well,
Yeah.
Tim called me twice or something, and then I called him back, and then I had to call back and talk to Ron after I picked out the color. So it was pretty funny.
Now explain
But
to
we
us
got
what
it.
you're talking about. You had,
yes.
yes, explain to us what you're talking about.
So this yarn that I've mentioned a few times that I sent Sumner some of his pullover with, again, for those of you who missed it, he nearly finished the pullover and then pulled it out and re-knitting it.
Oh my God.
He just loved the yarn that much. But that is a wool and alpaca blend, sort of traditional 2-ply woolen yarn that really is lovely. but it is called Andiamo Light. It is the second yarn in the series. And there's another yarn called Andiamo, which is the same composition, but super bulky. So
Wow.
I got an order from Sumner for like 12 bags or 12 big skeins of Andiamo rather than Andiamo Light. I don't think he wants to make 4 super bulky pullovers. I'm gonna give him a call. And then Cindy accidentally did the same thing. So
Well, I just thought it was
feel bad.
Andiamo. That's what everybody was saying. It's like, so I ordered it and I had asked Sumner and he's like, oh yeah, 3 skeins should do it for you because they're 200-gram skeins. And so I ordered 3 of the 200-gram skeins, but I ordered the super bulky ones.
yes.
Yeah.
So you've had a chance to squeeze on it.
It's lovely.
Yeah, I really love it. So Phrancko, what I did
Yes.
is when I was doing my measurements and I did my swatch, because I love to swatch, and I swatch and wash and block and let it sit for a day, and then I make a sweater.
Uh-huh.
Except apparently I made a key punch error in my pattern. And I put so many stitches over 5 inches instead of 4.
Oh, want me to
my-
change it? I can
my-
change it.
I already bought another one. And
Don't
so
have to buy another one. I can always
No.
change it when you make mistakes.
in Zurich, you could care
Of
less.
course, yeah, I didn't have
Yeah,
my
it-
laptop. I
And
couldn't do
it's
it until now.
fine. And if you look at my account on Phrancko.com, shame on me. I have made a bunch of your sweaters. I don't really care. I have like 6 or 7 different ones.
That's amazing.
Well, there's
Well,
so
Greta,
they're-
I
I
didn't know
love
you
that.
were ahead of me. If you're 7, you're ahead. I'm only doing 6 right now.
But that's a
You wanna see
purchase
mine.
patterns. And I'm on my 5th sweater, so you're still ahead of me. Just slow
Okay,
down.
good.
But and I was just about to catch up, and she's gonna go ahead of me again. So yeah, I made a very snug sweater. Yeah, so now I redid it.
Oh,
I have
make
my
a snug
swatches.
sweater because you entered the gauge wrong.
Yeah.
Right, and then it took forever to figure it out. I'm like, how the heck am I doing it? I'm like, oh dear, that should be a 4, not a 5.
Oh dear.
So, I mean, it's nice in your pattern, and this is something that's good to discuss, I guess, because this is why we're here, your sweater, right?
Yeah.
On your pattern, you actually have your gauge and how to get there. So I was able to correct the error by reviewing what I entered. So like on the last page,
Yes.
pattern,
That wasn't always there. And so
I love that.
it really does come in handy. What in the world did I enter to get this number of stitches or this gauge?
So I re-swatched it again, and I'm like, oh. That's what it took me to figure it out. I had to re-swatch it
Oh,
and recount the stitches, because I'm like, that just doesn't add up for Aaron weight, right? So I'm like, oh, look at that. That's a 5. Son of a. Yep, there it was. Now, it is
Shoulder
such
and
resilient
underarm
yarn. You can rip it right out and ball it up again. So I ripped it out with my Swift, and then I balled it up again, and you
Okay.
wouldn't even know. Like, you don't have to reblock your yarn before you start knitting it again.
Wow.
what's that?
It's like a woolen spun.
Okay.
2
And
ply.
it didn't kink?
No. No.
Oh,
So I wrapped it out on the Swift, and then I balled it again. And then it's literally, it looks just like the new yarn that I just got from Ron and just balled up.
oh.
He
So-
knit so quickly, it had only been in the sweater for like 45 minutes before he pulled it out.
Right, it didn't
Because
sit
he
long.
did the whole sweater in 45 minutes and then turned it out.
It didn't sit long. The sweater took 2 weeks, you know? So I put it on and I'm like, oh, well, there you go. It
Oh,
was like almost 3 weeks. It was almost 3, but it was like 2.5 weeks.
Sumter, how come
Okay.
you didn't try it on earlier?
Because all my sweaters have fit how I make them, right? I mean, why would I
Right.
put it on? right? Like this literally is my 5th Phrancko.
Right,
It's, why would I try it on?
yeah.
That's why.
A fluke.
And Jenny, I'm gonna definitely do zeros on my next pair of socks. But I'm
Oh,
gonna,
right.
but I'm gonna swatch. And I'm
Yeah.
gonna see, how many stitches I'm gonna need to get, but I'm looking for, I loved what you said. I didn't even think about that. Being such a firm, resilient fabric.
Yes, yeah.
And then I'd
Yeah,
love to see your scarf you're making.
Sorry?
Are you double knitting that scarf right now?
Yes, yes. So it's hang on, we'll just get it so you can see.
Oh,
Oh, wow.
Dude.
I
Beautiful.
just
Look
love
at
it.
that.
Wait.
Oh, right, hold on.
There we go.
Wow.
Double
that's
knitted.
beautiful.
The
Wow.
Airedale, right?
Move this out the way, yeah.
Mhm.
And then you've got little paw prints underneath. that
Oh,
go
isn't that cute?
Yeah, it could be an
Yeah.
Airedale or a Schnauzer, right?
Yes, yes.
Beautiful.
This is for a lady at work that's retiring, and this is the dog she's got.
Oh,
Yeah.
so
It's
wonderful.
beautiful.
So where did you just design that, or is that a pattern you bought? You purchased it?
It's a combination. I found 2 different patterns, and had to upsize one and downsize the other to make them sort of broadly the same. And then I charted it out.
Clever.
That is just so beautiful.
yeah, it is.
It's literally on my to-do list now. We're going into March, okay? Because I'm projected out. Thank you, Ron.
You're welcome.
Yep. But that was beautiful.
So is anybody going to England?
Jenny said she was going to stop by.
Oh, good. All right.
Jenny
are
will
going
be
up
our
to-
Put our
representative.
name on all the
Jenny's gonna be our
requests of our,
representative.
yes, our respects. So,
Yes, we are going up to London next Saturday, so I won't be here next Saturday because we are going up to London next Saturday to go and visit and go past go to the lying in state. So we're going to go and do that next Saturday.
Good.
Oh,
That's wonderful.
That's
great.
very good.
So my husband does genealogy, and so after the Queen passed, he put that in the genealogy program. All 4 of my grandkids are related.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I mean we're cousins a zillion times removed, but they're all genealogically down the line. So,
Wow.
Well,
That's
Fantastic.
impressive.
Yeah, I have to admit, I cried. It's
Yes,
devastating.
Oh,
Yeah,
I think we all have.
it was
A
so
remarkable
quick.
lady.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I was 7 years old when she was inaugurated, and I still remember it on TV.
Oh,
Wow. Yeah.
That's impressive.
The adults around me made me aware that it was a momentous event.
Hmm.
Of course, I had no idea that it was the beginning of the longest reign in history.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
remarkable.
So
She's
It was-
always been on our lives.
the longest reign followed by the oldest monarch at the time of coronation,
Yeah,
presuming we get to the coronation,
Yes.
knock wood. It's like, okay, so you go from the longest serving monarch to beginning your reign at the oldest age.
Yeah,
yeah.
I guess that makes sense. The 2 would be related.
yeah, that's true.
Well, and nice that her grandkids are maybe going to mend things up.
Yes.
Does it look like that's happening
Yeah,
because of his mention of?
and they were seen together outside Westminster.
Oh, is that right?
Oh, good.
Well, I'm sure they
That
did
would be
have time
nice.
for one of
The
them
whole
to-
world will breathe a sigh of relief and feel warm, cuddly feelings.
Hmm. Well,
I hope that's true and it wasn't just for show.
yeah, it's very true.
Well, those boys have been through a lot together,
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. Gonna make appearances.
So I finally figured out charting in Kathy's KnitWiz program, and she's on vacation.
Yeah,
I was so grateful to be able to join the ladies this week on her kind of Zoom tutorial she did.
Oh,
That was wonderful.
she did a Zoom
Really?
tutorial? Oh, I wish
Yeah.
I'd been in that.
yeah.
And I love how your pattern comes out in it, Phrancko.
Is that right?
Yeah, yeah. It's very customizable. And when you have such a customizable pattern to start,
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna use your idea of having that one argyle off center that goes from the front to the back. That was your idea. On one of your V-neck pullovers, to have one argyle charted out, and I'm gonna use
Uh-huh.
Kathy's pattern. So that'll be interesting.
That'll
I'm
be
looking
nice.
forward to that. 'Cause I think I've always loved argyle, albeit a pain in the how do you do, right?
Yeah, really.
This segues into a question I have about intarsia. Oh, goodbye, Frank. I'll ask later.
Oh, I'm here. I just had to get my bag behind me. Yes.
So I'm putting together my sort of like vintage sporty menswear inspired collection. I got the ski jumper, right? Ski jumper. And so for one of them, I was thinking of doing a like a football jersey style top with color changes. So the yoke down to about the midpoint of the sleeve will be one color, and the sleeves will be this in intarsia in the round.
Okay.
Where did you stick, or have you've done color changes at the set and sleeve, right?
Yes.
Did you move the increases in, or did you do them at the color change by picking up a strand of something? How did you?
I don't do them on top of each other. I forget which way I went, but I did the color change, one stitch removed from the
Right.
increases.
That's what I figured. I was swatching well, actually I was swatching this. One of my earlier ideas was to have the sleeves in the Fair Isle pattern, but then I decided I didn't want to do Fair Isle and intarsia at the same time.
That can be fun.
But it can be fun, but I didn't enjoy the swatching of it, so I thought I wouldn't enjoy the knitting of it. Well, it was the increases, basically, like fiddling with where I wanted to place them and how I wanted to work them.
Uh-huh.
But now I've got the idea to do another one that calls for intarsia at the sleeve caps. I just wanted to know how you worked through that.
Yeah, it just made more sense to do it one stitch away so that you didn't try to do both things at the same time.
Yeah.
Then how do you stop the jog?
I don't know.
What jog?
Like when you're doing,
If it's
when you,
intarsia, there's no jog.
right, but if it's solid, there's a jog, right? And you were doing solid, right, Ron?
No. Wait.
Oh, you were doing intarsia?
Yeah, intarsia in the round.
Oh,
Yeah, the sleeves will be a different color for a while. So there will be like 2.5 inches of intarsia in the round before everything becomes the sleeve color.
oh, okay.
And the body will be worked in the round, and then sleeves are split. It's just like 2.5 inches of intarsia below the neckline.
Okay, so yeah, there's no jog there. Yeah.
I also thought of making it a really severe crop top. If I'm doing vintage men's athletic style knitwear, whatever happened to crop top football tops? No one wears them anymore.
Crop top. What is crop top?
A crop
No,
top?
no one has the body for it.
I don't go in for body
No,
shaming.
no one
Everyone has a
ever
body
had the
for it.
body for it.
That's correct.
There is someone for everyone out there.
Yeah, a 13-year-old might want it, but that's
No.
about it.
You go to Barracuda,
Yeah,
you'll see lots of people with lots of bodies and lots of body.
Yeah. Okay.
But the thing about a crop top is you can just keep knitting it and then it's a regular
Yeah.
pullover. But you know, that sort of 70s style cropped shirt with very, very short pants.
Oh.
And it's not like anyone had abs back then. Everyone looked like Joe that was resting. I've seen it in photos.
Yes.
But yeah, I don't know, kicking it around. So that's what I was percolating on this week as I'm on the sleeve of this for my father. I
Oh,
just finished up the stranded knit section on the first sleeve here.
It's a
Oh.
secret
Here's where I've
code.
done the jog mitigation. Those will be woven in later. I'm not having a terrible tension issue.
Hmm.
But yeah, see,
Yeah,
there we
Oh.
go.
that's really cool.
Looks
Mm.
good.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's
I
lovely.
love it. That's
That's
great.
nice.
I he knows I'm working on it, so he was bragging to other people. Yeah, so I was, and so my
That's
mother
great.
thinks, like, I don't think he's ever made anything that complicated for you. Stop. I also finished a little dress for my new great niece, if you'd like to see it.
Oh, nice. I
Sure.
made
Yes,
my
yes.
nice blanket for my great niece.
Where is it? It's on the blocking table back there. It was just blocking out. But yes, she's just 3 weeks old, which is the sort of thing you tell a person when you're very small. When you only have 3 weeks of age to be, then being 3 weeks old is worth a Facebook post.
Oh, that is
Oh.
gorgeous.
So cute.
Adorable.
Oh, look at that.
Wow.
Yeah,
Cute.
so
That is adorable.
Yes.
kind of feed in some
Wow.
ruffles.
Wow.
These, I don't even know what these are supposed to be, pannier type things, are basically very large short row sock heels,
Oh.
where I didn't do any treatment on the row changes, in the short row changes. So it left little eyelets. And then, so the fold itself, I did like a folded picot hem.
Mhm.
So that's how it has the scalloped edge all the way around. And then it
Wow.
matches
Look at
the
that.
edge down here.
Looks like little wings.
Boy,
That's so
very cute.
It is
Quite
cute.
gorgeous.
And the collar.
Yeah.
The color coordination
Why-
is
why-
very appropriate for Queen Elizabeth.
Mm.
The puffed
You know,
sleeves.
their paths barely crossed in this timeline. So
I know, but they did.
a 3-week overlap. So later, she'll be like, Queen who? What now?
For that dress that you have.
Yeah.
Oh,
wonder-
Princess Toadstool of the Mushroom Kingdom. Yes.
I wonder how colorful the king's gonna be.
He's always looked a little washed out, right?
Yes.
Charles III, what a kick. I think my head's going to fall off the first time I hear with my own ears, God Save the King, because of course I never have.
Right.
I know that that's what happens, but I feel like it's going to be strange.
They had it on the news the other day. They were in church singing it.
Yeah, they were.
Yeah.
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 I didn't hear
Then
them.
they have to change all the money.
Yeah, they gotta change all
Yes,
the
we
money
do.
and everything.
They had to send every post office and government building a new portrait for every room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
something.
Yeah. The Royal
I
Xerox
think our Governor
Corporation.
General has to. I think our Governor General has to be sworn in again to swear allegiance to the King.
Yeah.
Is that
Right.
Yeah.
The Commonwealth nations will all be very busy.
Yes. All our money will change. Everything just.
Yeah.
Mm.
A lot to do.
I just thought she'd live forever.
Right.
Yeah.
You just-
Yeah. She was close to her mother's age, but not quite.
You get used to, I don't know, new popes. That's happened a lot.
Yeah.
Monarchs, I don't know.
Look at all the title changes.
Yes.
Yeah, and the reinstatements.
Right. And the prime minister's term was counted in a number of hours before the monarch changed, like
Yeah.
a short period of time.
Yeah.
Like, well, you served under 2 monarchs. But it's been like less than a week.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, she met her on the Tuesday just before.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
That was
you did, yeah.
amazing.
It was just like, what a whirlwind
Wow.
prime ministership you've had.
Yeah.
Well, and they've unfortunately going to have a big problem with their energy crisis.
Yeah.
Yes,
I'd
we
love
do.
to
Yeah.
see if we couldn't help them find solutions.
Oh, yeah. Have you tried
It's
fossil
going to
fuel?
be knit more.
That's right.
Knit more
Knit
and
more.
wear
Blankets
it
on you.
all. Yeah, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So I finished a baby blanket,
Oh,
and
Oh, that's such a
there was
pretty pattern and
neat
color.
pattern, and it
Oh.
kept going and going, right?
hold it real still so it will focus.
Mm.
There.
Oh, it's gorgeous.
Mhm.
Oh, that's pretty.
Cozy.
Is it a knit pearl pattern?
Yeah, it's Plymouth cotton.
Oh,
100% cotton. My great niece, like Ron, I have a great niece. This is my third great niece. Her name is Phoebe, and she will be born in January,
Oh.
God willing. So I wanted something. She's in North Carolina, so very warm. I needed something in cotton.
ah,
Um,
oh, nice.
so yeah, that ended up really quick. That took about a week. It was a nice break while I took out a sweater.
And what was the stitch pattern, Sumner?
It's just it's like a box stitch almost. It's
Oh, okay, yeah. It's
Yeah.
really pretty. It's
Yeah.
really nice. I like the
And
texture in it.
it's reversible for knitting to have it be.
Oh, very nice.
Hmm.
Yeah. And I finally got labels, so that'll be fun. I'm gonna sew a label on it.
All right.
Tim, can you reach my calipers? Around the sofa.
Oh, Ron, do you ever use barber cord?
No, I just shaved my own head.
Me too.
I'm gonna say no because I don't know what you said.
It's, I don't know. I saw them and I thought, well, it'd be cute to try,
Oh,
but I've never done it. It's like this hollow tubing cord
yeah.
that you
I
use.
have some.
Yes, I have.
And I've used them a couple times. Yeah, they're like, it's like a silicone cord and you just kind of poke it onto the end of your needle and then you can pull it through real easy.
Right.
Is it worth it?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm sorry. What does it do for you?
It's easier to get it out. It's so you can try them on,
Yeah.
things on and do.
Oh,
Or
Oh.
it just holds it and it's soft. It's easier than using a more kind of fuzzy bit of yarn to hold your stitches. It does come
Uh-huh.
off easier than that.
Yeah.
But it attaches like this.
oh, I see.
I can't see who that is.
Sidra,
Yeah.
There we go.
Like that. Mhm,
Oh, I see.
That's still
so
it.
you do.
mhm. Yeah,
Just a little hollow
a
tube.
little
It's-
tiny tube.
So it is worth it for me to.
Yes.
Okay.
Because I did it, instead of putting, I used it for my, on the sleeves, to hold the sleeves. And then
Okay.
when I wanted to put it back on the needle, I didn't have to go through, hopefully I would miss the, not catching the yarn,
That's what I was thinking.
yeah, it's amazing.
I just use an interchangeable cable.
Yeah.
So I
But that
just
gets
leave a
heavy.
spare- No. I've got the really Shirgu minis,
Yeah.
and so the cable is so thin, and so don't think you can you even see how thin it is, the cable?
It's off the screen.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's really light and flexible. So I just leave one of those in the stitches, in the sleeves, and so that when you're ready to do them, you just need to screw a knitting needle on the end, and away you go. So you don't even
Yeah.
have to transfer them.
Okay.
I'm sure I've shared it before, but I crochet mine off like that.
Oh, okay.
And then the stitches stay in sort of position to pick them up again. And I can stay indefinitely. I don't
And
know.
that's really nice for people that crochet, but for those of us that don't know how to crochet and probably never will.
Nah.
Easy peasy.
Uh-huh.
You only think of them as two different skills because you're a native English speaker.
I think it's because I'm left-handed, Ron.
There
That
are
too.
left-handed English speakers who still call them the same thing.
So how do you, what do you mean? You just crochet it off your needle as you go?
Yeah, when the time comes,
You crochet
like
it into there.
to put it on or to take it off.
Put it on.
To put it on, I use a long Afghan hook or Tunisian crochet hook.
Okay.
Feed it through the stitches and then work them all off.
Mhm.
And then when the time comes, it pulls right out, like how the I don't know, the bag of chocolate
Okay, so we need a-
dog food is supposed to.
Yeah. That's what I wasn't getting. I think you need a Tunisian hook, I would think.
Oh no, you can just single or crochet or slip stitch them off as well.
Stitching them off, huh?
Yeah, like the slip stitch crocheted bind off. You can just crochet bind them off. The crochet bind off, by the way, is a knitting skill. You'll find it in knitting books.
Okay, I'll try.
And it just like this is DK weight smooth cotton yarn, so it just pulls right out. But it's certainly more time consuming than just threading cord through, of course. But
okay,
it's flexible and it stays. And depending on what yarn you
It
use.
would seem like it's really nice for trying on, though.
Yeah,
for sure.
Well,
So you don't have anything
slightly
hanging in the
for
way.
someone. There's 1,000 options, and 1,001 of them are the right one.
Right.
right. I do tubular cast-ons
Uh-huh.
and provisional cast-ons, and I can crochet.
Yeah.
I just have never done that.
Yeah.
So-
Yeah.
Okay.
So you can just slip stitch through them, and that takes up the least amount of yarn. But if it needs to be like stretchy for trying on or something, the Afghan stitch backwards, I think, is the best to maintain structure, but it stretches a little. Sometimes I do single crochets if I need to be able to like tug on it to see if it's like textured or very woolly, but that eats up a ton of yarn.
Okay.
Knit picks always put fishing line in the hole that's in your knitting needle. So then when you knit it
Oh,
right
yeah.
around, then you just pull it and then you can take off the needles.
Yeah, you can knit it
that
right
is
in.
Yeah,
Like
you knit it
place
right
a
on,
lifeline.
like a lifeline.
That's wild. I never even thought of that. Yeah, because
Yeah.
this particular sweater, I am using knit picks interchangeables.
Right, and the little hole there goes right through, so you can just put
Yeah.
a thread, a thin fiber on it, and it'll go right through, and you'll have it.
I know some of my clients here use unscented waxed dental floss.
Yeah.
Mhm.
to Put their
I've used the dental floss before like that, just the plain.
I used
And
it.
it does
you
come
don't want
out.
your armholes to get plaque or tartar buildup.
No, you don't. But you
And
also don't want it to smell minty fresh. You-
Right, exactly, right.
Interesting. Okay.
So circling back to the Andiamo white, what size needles should I use?
Are you
Eight.
a
Or
type
try.
or yeah?
I'm pretty average.
I
I
use
usually
an
use a
8-9 knit.
7.
Like I'm putting on a tourniquet. So
Oh, no, I'm not that way.
yeah.
I use an 8.
No,
But I knit generally to gauge very dead on.
I'm pretty close to gauge, so I'll
Yeah.
try
I would
8
do
for
try an
mine.
8 because
But
I
it's
just
very-
like the drape of it.
Yeah, it's very woolly and forgiving. It fills in gaps when the fabric is firm. It still feels nice. So make your
Okay.
swatch.
I like how
Oh,
the
yes, I will make a swatch.
One of those like the preliminary swatch. I bet you haven't made one in a while.
What?
I love
The-
how the
I'm the person that for level 1 made 6 preliminary swatches.
So you must miss it.
Oh, you mean that kind of preliminary swatch where you use different.
Kind of preliminary
Yeah,
swatch. We use different needles. I used different needles. I did some that were different yarn, and I used different needle substances too, because I wanted to be thorough in my evaluation.
Goodness.
Cindy, I think you have an
How are
issue.
you coming on your level, Cindy?
I'm doing level 2 and stuff went really good until I'm trying to write the instructions for swatch 7, which is the stair step sewing the shoulders together. And
Oh,
it's like, I understand how to do it. I can do it. It looks really nice. When I write it out, it sounds like crap. So, so that's kind of in a timeout, and I'm moving on to swatches 8 and 9. I did finish the day tripper sweater that I was doing to practice the Fair Isle stuff because I hadn't done Fair Isle before, and that turned out really nice. Got that all done, and I do have my yarn, and I got it approved because I was worried for the vest, and of course they said, "Oh, that's totally fine. That's great." So that I've got that, and then and I have the yarn for the wristlet. I have not done the yarn for the Argyle sock. I'm trying not to hyperventilate about that one.
Yes, Sumter's has to visit you, Cindy.
I think
Yes.
so.
Yeah.
I think the Knit Picks is the best sock yarn for the Argyle.
That's the one that I got for the wristlet.
Yeah.
And I'm going to use it for I have to do the lace and stuff patterns too. I picked out the lace patterns that I want to do. So
Nice.
31 divided by.
Is that where you
No.
have to do your own pattern, Cindy? Do you have to make something with your own pattern?
level 3, you have to do your own patterns. Level 2 is mostly finishing things. So there's a lot of seaming in different types and different stitches. You have to choose lace patterns and cable patterns, and you have to write them, like make them balanced both vertically and horizontally, and then you have to write it up and chart
Oh.
it. And for the cable stuff, you have to figure out your cable flare and how to do cable flare reduction. And then there's one swatch that's pockets and one swatch that's buttonholes.
that sounds
the
so
three
much harder
projects.
than it actually is when you say it like that.
Sounds
Because
so hard.
they
it
do
seems
guide you through the cable flare correction.
Oh, I know how to do cable flare. Cable
Yeah.
flare, I'm not worried about that one.
And
And I can even explain that. I just can't figure out how to explain the stair steps. And it's directional stuff for me. I am
Yeah.
dyslexic. And so the direction, up, down, left, right, I get all weird in my mind.
You
I
aren't
can
trying
do
to
it.
edit while you write, are you? That would be naughty.
Well, for this one I was, but I've
You
I've
can't
not. So then I
edit a
just
blank
made so then
page.
I just made little little phrases that were saying kind of like what I wanted. And then I started more picking and choosing and putting them together. And
I think
that's going
just
a little better.
let yourself be logoraic and explain the whole thing and be as wordy as you want to be, and then edit.
Yeah.
Just let your brain do it, right? Getting that first draft out is the
Getting
hard,
that first stuff out
Finding
is the hard stuff. It truly is. Yeah.
especially once you start editing while you're writing. 'Cause then
Well,
you
and it
stop.
is, it's kind of like, oh, that sounds crappy. I can't say that. That's all. That's, you know.
Let it sound crappy for a few days. No one's gonna know.
Oh, yeah. Don't self-edit right from the start.
Yeah, you can come back and edit it
Okay.
later.
Okay. I'll try.
We believe in you.
Oui.
Yeah, I think
I've
Ron's
been
right.
working-
Just go back to it and write it out. Don't worry about it, and then edit it as you go along.
And then edit it afterwards. Well, this is the Phrancko I'm doing from the KnitWiz program of
Oh yes.
Kathy's. I'm doing, it's the Jody Long Chow. I cast on September 2nd. And so this is where it is today. I just got
Wow.
off for the sleeves, and the front neckline is all closed and everything. So I think it's going to be, the back neck is not that low. It's just curled down, but it's going to be really nice. I'm really loving this this yarn. It's just done really good.
I'm glad. Yeah, that's what the little princess dress is knit out of that I showed earlier.
Mhm. Mhm. It's really nice. So that's going to be
Very
good.
nice.
And we're
That-
going to Idaho next week. We're
Oh.
going to be gone for a week. It's our 45th anniversary.
Whoa.
Oh,
There you can
congratulations.
figure out how
Wow.
old I am.
Ah,
We're going to do 45th anniversary. But I needed a bunch of car knitting, so I really worked hard to get the sleeves off, so I didn't have to do any increases. I can just like knit around the body.
Knit
And
it
then
to
I
it.
am going to do socks in the car too, because it's
Wow.
about, I don't know, 12 or 13 hours each way.
Hmm.
So going to do that.
And you're driving?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's southern Idaho, a little tiny town, high desert. It's one of those places you can't get there from here. So if we were going to fly, it's drive a ways, wait in line, fly. There's only like one flight a day. Get kind of close, rent a car, drive another 3 or 4 hours, and it's like,
Oh, no.
no, we're just
Yeah.
gonna drive, and
Yeah.
we'll take a couple days and stop and walk. And we've
Nice.
got relatives that are partway along the way, so we'll stop and stay with them on that.
Hmm.
So it will give me lots of nice knitting time.
Yeah.
And you might find some nice yarn shops on the way.
I'm sure I will. I'm sure I will. We will go past one in Eastern Washington that is
Really?
great.
Really?
Yeah, Paradise fibers.
Oh,
Yeah, it's really, really nice.
On Monday, I'm
And,
driving down to Koreatown to go to my favorite grocery store on a shopping spree to celebrate my 42nd anniversary.
Oh,
Yeah.
ooh.
Yay.
Nice.
I'm in Korea this weekend. We're going to go to South Korea. I'm booking it.
How fun. I love Korean food.
Me too.
And
So what would some Korean food be? I don't even know.
I don't know, bibimbap, japchae.
Okay, I know bibimbap.
Kalbi, kimchi, of course. All of
Okay,
the
kimchi, I know that too. I don't even think about it.
yeah, little fermented or stir fry, a lot of sesame oil, a lot of chilies.
Oh, I keep
Lots of
sesame oil. I have
everything.
sesame oil.
Mhm.
Yeah,
kimchi is kind of the staple.
yeah,
Yes.
Every family has a pot of kimchi brewing on the.
Yep. Somewhere.
yeah, an ongi of kimchi. I've made my own gochujang in a fermenting pot. But
Oh,
last,
that's crazy.
huh?
That's crazy. That's a lot.
I like to do stuff. I don't know.
That's fun.
We only have a couple of minutes left. Does anybody have something they've been wanting to say and haven't gotten a word in?
No,
Judith, we
we're
haven't
good.
heard from you in a while.
I'm just laughing. I'm trying to finish my sleeves on my step-aside sweater.
Beautiful.
Beautiful.
Oh,
Oh my gosh.
wow.
That's
Oops.
gorgeous.
Wow.
Look at that. Wow.
So
That's beautiful, Judith.
that's it. And I've put aside the socks that I've started last week because I want my friend to try it before I go further. I've done a swatch with a breed that's called the Cormo.
Yes.
Hold on. I thought you would. It's very nice yarn.
Mhm.
Ah, you
Cornrows
can't
are
see a
really
thing.
nice.
Wow.
Oh,
Oh, yeah, see the,
lovely. Nice design.
Yes.
I like
Oh,
that.
yeah.
very pretty.
And I wanted to tell Ron that I've purchased the books from Elizabeth Zimmerman,
Oh,
the Treasury,
Barbara Walker.
Barbara Walker.
Barbara Walker.
Mhm.
Yeah. And I received them, and oof, there's a lot of stuff in there.
How many volumes? How many volumes did you purchase?
I bought all 4 of them.
Ah,
Ooh.
Wow.
I found them used at Abe's, what's called
Abe
Mhm.
Books.
Abe's
Yes.
books. Abe Books. So, yeah, every time the doorbell was ringing, I was, whew, one book, another book.
Yay.
How
So
fun.
that's it.
Oh.
So happy.
Great. Beautiful.
Well, it's
Judith.
time to call it a day, and
all right.
it's been really wonderful to be back and to see you all again.
All right.
Yes,
Yay.
it was.
see you guys.
Take-
Have a
Take
great
it
week. See you
Yeah.
next Saturday.
You too.
Okay.
Okay,
Bye,
take it
everyone.
easy.
Bye-bye.
Bye,
Bye.
everybody.
Bye-bye.